On a planet bathed in the reddish glow of a dying sun lived a young alien girl named Elara. She was just one among many, living her life in the quiet, unassuming way that most did on her world. Nothing about her early life hinted at the amazing change that was about to happen. She spent her days exploring the fields and forests of her home, dreaming of the stars above. Elara was ordinary, a girl made of stardust and dreams, just like everyone else on her planet. She often gazed at the night sky, wondering what lay beyond the twinkling lights. Her home, Xylos, was a world of swirling lavender skies and waterfalls of liquid silver. The beauty of her planet was unparalleled, a constant source of inspiration for its inhabitants. Its people, beings of pure energy, talked to each other through thoughts and shimmered with an inner light. They lived in harmony, their lives intertwined in a delicate balance of light and thought. Elara, with her gentle spirit and kind eyes, was loved by all. She was known for her kindness and her ability to bring joy to those around her. Then came the transformation. It started slowly, a small change in how brightly Elara's inner light shone. At first it was barely noticeable, a slight increase in the intensity of her glow. Her shimmering aura, once a soft blue, began to change, becoming a strange and wonderful glow. The colors shifted and danced, creating patterns that were mesmerizing to behold. The change reached its peak on the eve of Elara's 18th birthday. The entire planet seemed to hold its breath, waiting for what was to come. Elara woke up to find herself inside a shimmering cocoon of light. It was as if the universe itself had wrapped her in a protective embrace, preparing her for the next stage of her existence. When it finally disappeared, the ordinary girl was gone. In her place stood someone entirely new, a being of extraordinary beauty and grace. In her place stood a vision of amazing beauty. Her transformation was complete, and she was now a beacon of light and hope for her people. Her eyes, now pools of golden light, held the wisdom of 1,000 stars. They sparkled with knowledge and understanding, a testament to the journey she had undergone. Her skin, like spun moonlight, seemed to glow with its own galaxy. It was as if the very essence of the cosmos had been woven into her being. Elara had become a beacon of light, her beauty beyond anything her people could understand. She was a symbol of hope and transformation, a reminder that even in the darkest times there is always the potential for incredible change. The transformation, while breathtaking, wasn't all good. Elara's newfound beauty became a shining prison. Just being near her was too much for others. The Xylosians, used to a life of gentle light, found themselves blinded by Elara's brilliance. Conversations, once easy flows of thought, were now difficult and awkward when she was around. Suitors lined up, their inner lights flickering nervously, each wanting the radiant Elara to notice them. They gave her gifts of poems about the stars and songs made of starlight, but it all felt empty. Elara saw through their words, sensing they weren't genuine. They wanted her beauty, not her heart. Their words were meaningless, their actions pointless. Elara longed for a connection that was more than just looks, a love that saw who she really was inside. Loneliness became Elara's constant companion, a shadow that never left her side. The same beauty that charmed others kept her apart from real connection. She was admired from afar, but no one dared to truly know her. She was lost in a sea of admiration, her heart longing for a place to belong. The crowds that surrounded her only deepened her sense of isolation. She looked for comfort in the whispers of the wind and the gentle touch of the waterfalls. Nature became her sanctuary, a place where she could escape the relentless gaze of others. She poured her heart out to the ancient trees, their silver leaves rustling in sympathy. The forest listened, offering a silent understanding that she couldn't find elsewhere, but nothing could fill the emptiness inside her. The solitude of nature, though comforting, was not enough to heal her aching heart. Elara realized, sadly, that her own planet, the world she loved, couldn't give her what she needed. The beauty of her surroundings only highlighted the void within her. Her beauty had become a curse, stopping her from finding the one thing she wanted: true love. Every glance in the mirror was a reminder of the barrier it created. Sadness threatened to overwhelm her, but Elara wasn't one to give up. She knew that somewhere beyond the confines of her world there had to be a place where she could be truly seen and loved. She looked beyond the lavender skies of her planet, her gaze drawn to the distant glimmer of other worlds. The stars called to her, promising new possibilities and hope. A tiny bit of hope sparked inside her. It was a fragile flame, but it was enough to keep her going. Perhaps among the stars she would find a place where her beauty wouldn't be a problem, where her heart could find its home, a place where she could finally belong and be loved for who she truly was. Leaving Xylos wasn't easy. It meant leaving behind everything she knew, her home, her friends, the only life she'd ever known. But the longing in Ilara's heart was strong. She asked the elders, the wisest of the Xylosians, for guidance. "You are a child of the cosmos, Ilara," they told her, their voices full of ancient wisdom. "Your path lies among the stars." Their words, though echoing her own thoughts, filled Ilara with a little bit of fear. Space, while exciting, was also scary. Ilara chose Earth as her destination. She had heard whispers of this faraway planet, a world full of vibrant life and different people. Finding her courage, Ilara stepped into a shimmering portal, leaving behind the lavender skies of Xylos, and starting a journey into the unknown. The journey was a blur of colors and feelings. When Ilara finally stepped out of the portal, she found herself on a grassy hill, bathed in the warm light of the Earth's sun. The air was filled with the sounds of birds singing and the smell of wildflowers. It was completely new to her. Ilara quickly realized that her amazing beauty hadn't faded during her journey. Heads turned as she walked through busy city streets, eyes widening in awe and admiration. People crowded around her, drawn to her like a magnet, their faces filled with wonder and desire. She found herself being photographed constantly, her picture on billboards and magazine covers. Fashion designers wanted to dress her. Artists wanted to paint her. She was a sensation, a muse from the stars in a world hungry for wonder. Despite all the attention, Ilara felt a familiar pang of loneliness. The praise was superficial about how she looked, not who she was. She longed for a real connection, for someone to see past her outer beauty and into her heart. Human interactions were both interesting and confusing. Their language, a jumble of sounds compared to the silent thoughts of her people, was a constant struggle. Their customs, their social rules, their whole way of life seemed both fascinating and strange. She fumbled through social situations, her alien innocence both charming and frustrating. She wanted to share her thoughts, her dreams, her fears, but words often failed her. The language barrier, along with the awe she inspired, made real connection difficult. One rainy afternoon, looking for shelter in a quiet bookshop, Ilara met him. He wasn't shocked by her beauty or scared by her otherworldly aura. He was a writer, his eyes showing a deep understanding and kindness that surprised her. His name was Daniel, and he had a quiet strength that Ilara found herself drawn to. He treated her not like a being from the stars, but as an equal, talking with her about books, philosophy, and what it meant to be human. He listened patiently as she struggled to speak, offering encouragement and gentle corrections. He saw past her beauty, recognizing the loneliness in her eyes, the longing in her heart. For the first time since arriving on Earth, Ilara felt truly understood. Their friendship grew into something more, a love built not on looks, but on mutual respect and understanding. Daniel found Ilara's innocence and naivety refreshing, her alien perspective giving him a new way of looking at the world. Ilara, in turn, found comfort in Daniel's presence. With him, she could be herself, her beauty fading as they shared laughter, secrets, and dreams. He loved her not for her otherworldly aura, but for the kind, compassionate person she really was. For the first time in a very long time, Ilara felt whole. She realized that true love went beyond planets and appearances. It was about finding a kindred spirit, someone who saw your soul, not just your outer shell. Ilara's journey had taken her across galaxies, from a world of dying suns where the light was fading and the air was thick with the scent of decay. She had seen stars collapse into black holes and witnessed the birth of new celestial bodies, to a planet bursting with life. She had experienced the painful loneliness of unwanted admiration, where her beauty was both a blessing and a curse. On this vibrant planet she saw creatures of unimaginable forms and colors, each more fascinating than the last, and the sweet joy of finding a love that saw past her outer appearance. She learned that true beauty wasn't about shining skin or eyes that held the stars, but about the goodness inside a person. It was in the way Daniel looked at her with love and acceptance that Ilara truly understood what beauty meant. It was in his embrace that she found her home, not on a distant planet, but in the warmth of his heart. As she looked at the Earth's moon, a pale reflection of her own planet's wonders, Ilara knew she'd found what she was looking for. Her journey had led her not just to a new world, but to a deeper understanding of herself. As she realized that the universe, vast and infinite, held more than just physical wonders, it held the capacity for deep, meaningful connections that transcended time and space. As she looked at the Earth's moon, she felt a sense of peace wash over her. The moon, though different from the celestial bodies she had known, held a beauty of its own. It was a reminder that beauty and love could be found in the most unexpected places. Ilara knew she had found what she was looking for. Her journey had led her not just to a new world, but to a deeper understanding of herself and the universe's greatest mystery, the lasting power of love. She had discovered that love was the true force that bound the universe together, stronger than any gravitational pull or cosmic event. In the end, it wasn't the distant planets or the alien landscapes that mattered most. It was the connections she made, the love she found, and the understanding that true beauty and strength came from within. Ilara's journey had revealed the universe's greatest mystery, the lasting power of love, a force that transcended time, space, and even the celestial veil itself.